My friends, it has been a long time coming, but finally, as of what should be March 14th, 2025, you all should have access to Godherja's best update to date. I made a video previewing this one about 3 months ago, but they weren't done cooking. Initially, with the help of two of Godherja's developers, ThatOneGuy and BlueDiablo18, I had wanted to draft a general overview of this update to showcase its many new features, but as that draft came along, I felt it wasn't really in-depth enough to justify itself. Therefore, to not do this update a disservice, I will instead be highlighting my most anticipated feature, and that is the reintroduction of the monster hunting system. Monster hunts were a system I was long remiss to have missing from the mod after it was broken by the Tours and Tournaments update many years ago now. Many of you probably don't remember or have experienced how brutal and exhilarating hunting monsters could be, or that you could dedicate an entire playthrough to just that end. With this update, we now have that back, alongside new biodiversity maps and tables of fauna who themselves are impacted by everything from seasons to the magic levels of the area. Naturally, this means there are new non-hostile fauna roaming around the pixelated plains and mountains of the world, but also numerous new monster enemies to hunt as well, ranging from a slime to a wyvern-like drake bird. There are new Beast Hunter perks, 3 new Slayer contracts for monster hunts on the map alongside the new Beast Hunter camp type, and of course, a new Monster Hunt activity, which I'm told they have cleaned up to get you into the action sooner. Today I thought we'd explore this new and improved system for ourselves and see what sort of adventures we could get into, but first, before we do that, I want to stress that there are many, many more things to see in this update, and to go over them all would be difficult. As I previously said, you'll simply have to explore it for yourself. But with that out of the way, I'm Soul, and let's hunt some monsters. Alright, and here we are in-game, and as you can see here, we are playing as Crossalia, the Kraken Eater, once again. I skipped her intro event just because we've read it already on the channel before. She's actually who we played the last time that we did this, so we're going to see how this does. And apparently this area, I do not recall this looking like this at all the last time we played, so a bunch of areas got repainted, like completely redone. I'm assuming this is one of them because I feel like I would remember this from the last time. This is insane looking. I know for a fact Chevali was one of them. There's like 8 different locations in the changelog that talk about it. There's also new achievements that have been added, so like trophies that you can earn as different characters. A couple of the areas, if I'm not mistaken, Amsar has a huge new Civil War feature. It has like its own window if you're participating in it. It's like a struggle, but way more robust. Very cool. I want to say, I'm trying to remember the names of all the regions now. Let's see here. Dahangan and got a big update, I know that, and I think Natanan, or yeah, like I think that's how you say it. That actually might also be over here. I'm terrible at locations, and they told me where it was like 3 times, but I'm pretty sure it was like these 2, I want to say, and then this one. I'm gonna zoom in here real quick just to see. So this is one of the characters I was recommended to play. Apparently they have a ton of really cool stuff up here, some really interesting conflicts that are worth checking out. I might do that in a future video, but I just wanted to point out that these areas have some new interesting characters that you should definitely try. But for now, we're going to be playing as, again, Crossalia, the Kraken Eater. And of course, I'm going to change my camp type. So there's actually 2 new camp types. There's Beast Hunters, and then the Selvoki and Peric get migrant bands that can basically just move around. I'm actually surprised she can't get it. It could be because she's part of the Thenvir. But we're going to become Beast Hunters, and we're going to zoom in here and give this a look. So you get an increased number of knights, your travel safety and speed goes up, you get Slayer contracts, or you can find more of them. I've never actually seen one of these, so I'm hoping we could find one in this video, at least I hope, you would hope. We get a couple different camp upgrades, reserve water, reserve provisions, climbing gear, mortician's tools, reference corpus, extra watches, and ditch digging rather. So let's change our purpose. So now we're hunters, and it looks like by default, I think you get like a little bow. I would like us to focus on the new Beast Hunter tree. So let's do this glory focus here, and we'll try and go down the Monster Slayer tree. From what I remember, and I don't know how well this is going to go, because when this was a thing back in the day, it was so difficult to do. Like, I'm talking ridiculously hard. Monthly lifestyle experience could be pretty solid. If we're losing money, that's fine. 0.1 a turn is not crazy. We do a little escort emissary, we can also make a little bit of money, and he's not going far whatsoever, so we'll just head up there and then turn back around. So I'm going to try and get a little bit of money, and then also just like check out this new tree. We can also, as I said in the beginning, the new hunt system has the monster hunts in them now, so that's how you can actually access them. Because previously it used to be that you would go on a hunt and occasionally you would like run into like monsters. That was before Tours and Tournaments. Once Tours and Tournaments came out, it pretty much broke that from what I recall. There's also, like I said, this new little bestiary down here, which is sick. Takes a second to load. But I want to come down to the zone here. Apparently you cannot move it over, and I don't know what our zone is called. So let's come look at this here. There's no zone names. This is near us, so we can at least see what's over here. So down here, it looks like you got monkeys, king cobras, mongoose, sunbirds, tigers, leopards, crocodiles, and acapura. That's cool. Pretty sweet. I think it would be a blue region. Wasn't that the color? Okay, there is no blue region. I don't know. We'll have to figure this out as we go. Okay, so apparently this does tell you what it is. I was wrong. So this is the Vichisil Forest. The Vichisil Forest rolls across the southern edge of Kashyria, eastward towards the soft, cool peaks of the southern Caradon Mountains. The hills are heavily forested, supporting a vast ecosystem of tropical montane cloud forests that experience a near constant low cloud coverage that supplies much of the forest moisture. The evergreen wilderness faces 2 monsoon seasons annually, one in the mid-winter from the west and the other in the late spring from the southeast. The lowlands closer to the coast have experienced several massive floods, some submerging entire areas ever since. And these floods have had a large effect on the local inhabitants and the ways that they build infrastructure. The hills are also incredibly diverse, with many fauna being unknown elsewhere on Eris. Bovines and elephantides can be found in abundance, though far stranger things are said to lurk in the misty corners and depths of the forest. So we have the Vichisil Forest. Let's go back to this, now that we've figured out how to read this. It's a learning thing. We're learning together. Vichisil. Here we go. So we have monkeys, black buck name, leopard, sloth bears, cool, a bubblus, whatever that is, a guar, so like Morrowind, maybe, tiger, Godherja, a barmar, and a Kashyrian elephant. Could be pretty interesting to hunt some things over here. We'll have to see. We're just going to make money to go on hunts, basically. That's my goal. So we're going to find out how this goes. Hopefully we don't die immediately, because that's typically what would happen in the past. Let's get us since we're working on it, let's get us a barber's tent, because it gives you automatic income. And so I don't have to worry about losing that little bit of income to get the bonus to my whatever you call it. This Fenvir Aversarian Goblet, which we don't need. I'm just going to sell that right away as soon as we get back to this town. This guy could be a bodyguard. He's actually an excellent, and he's a hunter, so definitely going to take him. He also looks cool as hell. Sweet. What I recall is that it's dependent on prowess for the most part for the hunts. We'll just have to find out, I guess. The town crier. Ooh, here we go. The only thing they shall fear is me. 2 Slayer contracts. Okay. So these are new. These are the Slay the Pests and Resolve a Haunting. I'm going to save real quick just in case we die, and then we'll jump in there. Again, this is a great character to choose if you don't want to make a character. There's a couple more that you could run around with, but a lot of the defaults, there's like the Pelt Snatchers, I think, in here that would probably be pretty good. I honestly think that Chrysalia is probably one of the better characters, at least as far as like making your own adventure, though. Resolve a Haunting sounds interesting. The people of Lamai fear that a boar is haunting their lands. The Sunki encourages any adventurers or arcanists with training to lend aid for coin and glory. And you'll get some... oh, and it looks like there's actually a new part of the Hunter tree. There's a Slayer bit in the middle, which is cool. Let lesser men slay here. Let lesser men slay hare and sparrow, wasting their time chasing wolf and boar over hill and dale. True heroes hunt dangerous game. True heroes hunt monsters. Oh, wow. These actually give a lot of bonuses. Yeah, let's try it. Let's give it a go. First time doing it. This is exciting. For months, these peasants have hewed and cried that ghosts, banshees, or anything in between have fouled their lands and haunted their dreams. This guy rubs his temples. It won't be long until they've had enough and start blaming me. He snaps his fingers, and like a trained hound, one of his men shuffles forward and hands him a scroll. The good elders of Kowald trails off, lowering the scroll. What? Okay. My soldiers are either too busy or too cowardly to attend to this themselves. What say you to the task? Yeah, let's do it. We have an 82% chance, and it is just like any other hunt, just a phase sort of deal. And then how's my camp doing? So we got one dude who's complacent. I'm gonna work on swaying him while we're waiting. This is gonna take 3 more months. And yeah, we're doing some steady progress here. For a hunting group, a supply tent makes more sense, right? Like having people who can like process the meats or whatever that you're hunting. I feel like that tracks. Then God Chrysalia starts really young. We also do have a son who is quick. I'm actually going to train him in the ways of the warrior and make him my ward. So before I forget to do that, this will be done here in a second. And it looks like we're actually at the max potential. So let's try to resolve this. We succeeded. With the boar cleared from the Magi's tower. Oh, it was in the tower? You had a boar in your tower. The common folk have gained back their ease. It isn't long before I stand in front of this guy's chambers, alone save for a servant who assures me that his master is most assuredly on their way and not wasting my time for the sake of appearances. The sheer smell of the remains in my bag proved to be too much, though, and they scamper out of the room like a panicked hare and return with their master only moments later. Yes, here you are, he says, shoving a purse into my hands and pushing me towards the door. And take that nauseating thing with you. They are unamused when I ask if they'll pay me for that as well. I see. That's fun. That was a cool one. So we got Slay the Pests, or Slay Pests. We'll do that one next. The people of Kawari have been terrorized by a common slime named Infestation, so it's a slime. The Senki encourages all up-and-coming adventurers and beast hunters to let aid for coin and glory. Let's do it. That's cool. I like this. If it's not spiders, it's wolves. If it's not wolves, it's rats. If it's not rats, it's grobblers and Indrung. Duskin wolves, or Duskin dogs, Nothniks, wormlings, oozes. It never ends. He seems ready to lift off more creatures before sighting and rubbing the bridge of his nose. He looks me up and down, seemingly satisfied by what he sees, snaps his fingers. Okay, the good elders, blah, blah, blah. They're too busy. So let's do it. We have a 100% chance to succeed on this one. So we're hunting a slime. I'm not sure if the 3 contracts are like slay pests, the haunting, and then maybe like one more. It'd be cool if there was one that was sort of like hunt criminals, where you have to like track down a beast that has, you know, like killed somebody or something, and you have to actively seek it out. I wonder why these are all like this, like in different circly orders. It's very interesting. So we have a wolf hunter, an ambusher, a scout, and a tracker. This guy's our tracker, I guess. How so many common slime managed to find their way into the abandoned fort is beyond explanation. I'm thankful I only needed their heads. How do you take a head of a slime? It isn't long before I'm standing in front of this guy's chambers. They're unamused by my head in my hands. So we have successfully killed a slime and now a boar. And then I kind of want to try and do one of these hunts now, just to see. I'm not employing a huntsman, which is kind of sucks, but let's do a monster hunt. Okay, and now it's the same map as like previous hunts, but it's going to tell us where monsters specifically are, and it looks like there are some over here. It looks like there's a couple over here, but they're very elusive. We may need to move somewhere else. Actually, let's check the map and see where, you know, we got some monsters laying about. So not a ton. It looks like there's some slime, ooze, and spirits over here. Abundant spirits. It looks like we got some cockatrice, a couple cockatrices over here, some rare ones, dire stags, owl bears. Ooh, this could be a good area to come to. A little bit of lag on this screen, but that's okay. Got a couple things over here. The red lens, of course, not that anybody ever wants to go there. The place is a nightmare. Quite a lot of common things down here. Kind of want to hunt a giant spider. That could be kind of cool. This one has promise, so let's try that. We cannot make it bigger. We can make this bigger, the flushing gangs, and we'll do it for... We cannot do the slay beasts. It does not allow women to be combatants in their culture. Ain't that just the way? Our journey into the Vichisil forest has been arduous, but well worth the effort. The dew-covered grass was slick beneath our boots as we climbed to our vantage point atop a steep hill. I nearly lost my footing more than once, but what a sight to behold. While the low wetlands of the coast were bright with the colors and movement of city life, the deep wilderness stands tall through the valleys and groves before us, shimmer like a field of milky jade. Dense, misty forests stretch across the horizon, broken by tall fields of watery underbrush and the occasional plantation tucked betwixt the ancient canopy. We take the plunge deeper, following a snake-like stream that courses through the forest. Songbirds sing a tune above our heads as we travel, setting an otherwise joyous mood in our hearts. Eris has many monsters to slay, and soon it will have one less. Soon. So this guy assembles the party as the sun rises over the camp in the swamplands. Several teams of adventurers and well-paid slayers have organized to track and help corner our foe, and have already begun arming themselves for a plethora of possible threats. I'm told there are no signs of a buck or bison herd nearby, though the grounds are suitable for an ooze hunt. We're hunting an ooze, which is apparently dangerous, larger, faster, and more aggressive than their common counterparts. Oozes are ambush predators that are known to actively prey on humans. That's bad. The beast is a sight to behold. I'm assuming it makes like a sound. The horses grow skittish as they each spot its hunt animal feature slime amongst the dancing reeds. Obviously, this is still a work in progress. This is perilous. We are going to chase after it. I follow the beast tracks into the swamplands as though in a trance, an almost unnatural silence hanging heavy over the world. Lo, ruler, there you are. The sudden shout startles me. The rest of the party have finally caught up. It got away. So we didn't catch it. Everything that could go wrong seemed to do so, but there are silver linings to be found. He gathers the disappointed party and exhausted hounds from the trip. The ooze indeed eluded us this time. Let us leave this adventure for now. So we were hunting a legendary ooze. Huh. Okay. So we did not catch it, which is a bummer. It's not what you want. You definitely want to catch it. Let's slay some pests. That way, by the time this is done, we should be able to do another hunt. What the hell is this turn? We should also probably move. Maybe over here, because it seems like there's more stuff to hunt. So he wants us to hunt. It does not say what it is. Just that he wants us to hunt something. I love the Otenic masks. I think they're so sweet. And I know I used to say Olentic. I know they're Oltenics now. Okay, I have said it correctly the last couple times that I've said it. A new enrichment lifestyle perk. Let's do Beast Hunter, which means we can hunt monsters, which we already were able to do so without the perk. So maybe that's an error, not sure. That or it's because we're Sialvoki And I'm assuming that Solvoki get it by default because it's part of their faith, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's like, yeah, the Solvoki hunt, they can do... Yeah, they can go on monster hunts. Okay, I was correct. So they get it by default. So if it's something you want to do, you can just pick them. And that way you kind of skip that first perk. But then that first perk becomes superfluous, so maybe they should just get it by default. That could be a cool workaround. I'm not sure. Nearly there. It's been 3 years. Have not hunted a monster proper yet, but that's okay. We don't have to do everything perfectly the first time. All right. I don't remember what we were hunting here. It was a slime again. So there was a slime and somebody's in a cave. So we've killed a couple slime technically for like slaying pests. So we've at least done that. I'd like to move, I think, our camp. And my caravan master apparently decided to kill my husband, which is of course a totally normal thing to do. Beast hunter, my husband literally just got killed. Yeah, I'm gonna kill you. Sorry, guy. Wow, all right, well that sucks. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna move to this guy, I think. See if we can't get more contracts, because that's a bigger town, I think. I also hate that you have to leave this in a circle. So let's get out of this little circle farm. Alright, so we are in the Kingdom of Magior, which is a cool little area to be, I guess. I would like to see if there's any contracts. Yes, Slayer contracts for sure, dude. Okay, so we have Resolve a Haunting, and we have Slay Pest. I haven't seen that third one yet. 66. There's a boar. That's what they say anyway. There's an ooze. Looks like they're always an ooze and always a boar. I wonder if we can go on a hunt, though. It says we can't host one for 9 months. I might actually escort an emissary first because they're easier. And yeah, this one's short, too. Erase Ball has fallen. Hell yeah. We visited... Oh, we visited a location. I always like to read these. The Yaudit Maw. The Yaudit Maw is located in the former site of this Riddigal Ra Yaudit Academy for Scholars of Magic and Science. While the vast majority of records have been lost, it is widely thought the Maw formed while experimenting with an obscure spell that could transmit through thoughts across the room. What the hell? What resulted was a massive portal appearing on the ceiling of the tallest research tower, immediately filling the laboratory with red sand and suffocating everyone inside. And that's pleasant. Within minutes, the entire academy was overrun as the sand crashed through walls and toppled buildings. Attempts to close the portal have been unsuccessful, with local rulers having to conscript hundreds of ditch diggers to contain the ever-growing pile. Soldiers guard the perimeter against horrifying monsters lurking beneath. Despite the danger, it is a popular spot for adventurers. The lost knowledge from the academy is invaluable, and powerful relics from a land far away have arrived with the sand. What? Oh, and it is there. That's crazy. 6 months? We'll just go do this Resolve a Haunting then on this little island. Actually, it's only 66. How much is this? This one technically gets paid more, so we'll go here. These are cool, I like this, but it is, again, just a, you know, like your bog standard contract. Nothing too crazy. It has long been held as sacred tradition that any beast a hunter slays is theirs to do with as they please. Why is it so loud? Velos, fearing ghosts and spirits, the superstitious party does not investigate further. Since the ruin lies in my domain, I can do with this information as I wish. Taking the better part of the day to reach the ruins, the structure standing before us was clearly once an adversary in a state of some kind, centered around a now abandoned villa. Pushing into the rotted structure, we encounter a strange sight. Enigmatic pieces of metal lie scattered about the room of the partially collapsed building. Copper feathers, heavy with verdigris, lie everywhere, and the ruined remnants of what appear to have been statues of wild cats and other beasts slump in the corners, little more than heaps of rust. At the center of it all sits the skeletal remains of what I presume to have been the estate's deranged owner, greedily cradling a bundle of unrecognizable gears, lord and master over a menagerie as lifeless as he. After a full day of searching the strange tomb, my team and I discover a marvel. What do we find? What do we find? A broken avian automata. Still much sought after, avian automata were purportedly common sights in the houses of the fabulously wealthy, at least until the Abyssinians conquered the Carthrods and suppressed the art of automata, crafting long enough to doom it entirely. Records indicate that some of these breathtakingly intricate machines were even enchanted during construction to mimic the behavior of real birds, and the finest could even respond to simple instructions. This particular example of the lost art can only sing and uselessly flail its one remaining wing, but it's nonetheless an impressive display item, which we will of course sell because I don't want it. But that's really cool. We just found like a little bird automata in the ruins of this building or this area while hunting for ooze. I mean, that's pretty cool. 66. We killed the boar. We hunted a boar. I wonder if that's just the default animal or if that is just like what it always is. All right. I might have some artifacts to sell. Only 36% chance to get more money. I will definitely take the 104 gold. You can only sell one item at a time, which again, that kind of makes sense. The reference corpus. I think this is one of the items that you get for being a hunter camp, if I'm not mistaken. So let's just grab it, I guess. I just realized that I have no money now to do a hunt, so we're gonna have to get some money. I kind of want to keep moving and like come over here and see what we can find. Because let's see, what do we got? What do we got? Let's look at the, let's refer to this again. The Oltenic Steppe. What kind of stuff is over there? Refer to the old book. There we go. We have Camel, Bison, Zaliant, Ubir, and Karen Kolos. Okay. And I'm assuming Western Aranoy will also have some stuff. I don't want to hunt something like... interesting. Aranoy in Southeast. Whatever an Ubir is sounds kind of cool. It looks like there is a blood moon. Yep. Going on right now, which is always a fun event. It always looks crazy. Can finish this contract to kill an ooze, actually, not a slime. So we have officially killed an ooze now. That is 2 animals, by the way. All right, we can go on a hunt now. Let's check out our hunt and see what we can find. Monster hunt. Don't see... Oh, they have to have 50 opinion of me to let me hunt in their area. I mean, we could go on like a long one, like far away, if we really wanted to. A Wyrm, Forest Troll, are uncommon here. I wanna go there. Get this, 93 gold, we can afford that, so let's try it. Let's head on over to the Sjálfóki Perrick and see if we can't find something worth finding. Hopefully we can, you know, hunt a cool beast. Dude, his helmet is looking... That's crazy cool. I love that. I think that's just from the Slavic pack, I want to say. Okay, so we got going on a hunt is cheaper. Gain a success bonus while hunting in your realm. Unlocks more options for monster hunt activities. Okay. Artifacts obtained on hunt will be higher quality. Okay, that's cool. Oh, well, yeah, I guess let's just read through them because I'm probably not going to fill the tree out. Travel safety is increased. You're able to hunt outside of your realm. This would be like if you're landed. You can peruse for local rumors or go on monster hunts against unconventional game. Interesting. And then you also have Professional Monster Slayer, which does not tell you what it does. That's interesting. All right, mainland Oedipusea was never an especially attractive location for the casual hunter. I just want to say I love the writing for these. I like that you guys made them for each specific region. That's great. And it is not at all hard to see why. Though the coast may be relatively peaceful, almost all the local game worth hunting instead inhabits the mountainous, sun-baked interior. As we delve inland, the terrain not only becomes increasingly steep and uneven, but the hardy evergreen shrubbery becomes almost equally untraversable. The endless maquis not only massively impedes movement, but also conceals arguably the greatest danger of the peninsula, snakes. Oedipusea is infamous for its seemingly endless abundance and variety of serpents, and we must watch every step with utmost caution, as seemingly every bush is the home to a dozen vipers. Eris has many monsters to slay, and soon it will have one less. Soon. Does not say what we're hunting. It says I have no right to hunt here, I gotta purchase the rights. Surely he'll allow me to hunt. Oh, nice. Hunting a spirit. Let's see. Eris's history is long and colorful, and places with a storied past are not unlikely to have the spirit of an ancient warrior, magi, or ruler from ages long still lingering in the waking world on account of some long-forgotten, unsettled debt or grudge. So we're hunting a spirit. That's actually really cool. It's trivial prestige, but it's dangerous. And there's 10 levels of danger. As we climb and crawl to get further through this abandoned place, a chill runs down my spine as the spirit materializes, its form flickering like a dying flame. The feeling of eyes fixated on me creeps onto my spine, and the whisper, cold and alien, echoes between us. A spear's ready, forward, let's do it. The group surges forward, fanning out around the creature, and we stab it with a spear, killing it somehow. We killed it with it, but we stabbed it. I assume there's no trophy for it because it's not real, you know. We also already have almost maxed out the Slayer tree, which is insane. Beautiful, we did it. We hunted a spirit, that's cool. I like that. We got another enrichment perk. I want to say, I guess, going on a hunt is cheaper would probably be good. I really want to know what the Professional Monster Slayer one is, but I don't know if we're going to get it. And then she does have the XP gain from Slayer is super quick. There we are. And we came here, resolve a haunting. Look at this. They knew. They knew that they need us. Song of the Witchbreaker, the legend. Oh, wow. So he started his own legend. That's cool. Looks like they're being haunted by a spirit. So it isn't just a boar. Okay. Good to know. I was curious. I like this. This is cool. I like that they're trying to add more ways that you can play. Like I said previously, this is something that you could totally do, like as a playthrough. Like you could just become like a monster hunting group. I think that is a perfectly viable way to play. And if you ever grew tired of it, you could always use the money from all of the trophies or whatever to, maybe buy yourself a realm or buy yourself an army to buy yourself a realm. Okay, so it looks like we still got these guys fighting, going after it. My second is dead, which isn't what you want. It's usually not ideal. All right, let's get rid of the spirit. There you are, my friend. We got rid of the spirit in the Magi's tower, so it was probably an old Magi. The sun dips below the horizon just as we locate what seems to be the only suitable spot for setting up a camp in the vicinity. Alone, a campfire is already burning in the clearing. We are not alone, of course. A single figure greets us as we approach, their hands on the hilt of a blade. After a brief exchange of cautionary pleasantries, the woman introduces herself, a wandering mercenary and adventurer, and she offers to come with us. She's free to join us. And she somehow grew hair when she did. I love it when my, I'll make her my second, since we need somebody. And she's also apparently okay at being a quartermaster. So we found this palace of the Wizard King. Nobody in the known world remembers what a wizard is, but all know the fairy tales of the dreaded Wizard King. It was here that the mysterious finger once ruled a great empire, demanding fealty of all the world's peoples and living for hundreds of years, during which he caused much terror for the world. Eventually, the Marcher King, Bastion, slew him and dispelled his magic from the world, and his 12 devil children tortured the world until humanity proved itself worthy of freedom. Okay. The site is largely abandoned now. Though a small village sits nearby, the villagers there often speak of strange lights in the empty windows and normally claim the Wizard King's spirit is to blame for anything from spoiled milk to missing locals, as would I. I found a dusty weapon. Ooh, actually, this is not bad. It's got silver filigree. It's intricately crafted. Wow, what the hell? Pretty nice. 45 prowess. That's insane. I wonder if she can get more contracts now that we're back. Still ill. Slay pests and slay pests. I haven't seen the third one yet. I'm very curious as to what that could be. Can we go on a hunt yet? We can. Can I go on a hunt for 2 years? Really? Is it that long? Erase ball. Okay, so here we go. He'll let me hunt quite a lot of things in his areas. But it says we can't. Oh no, it says we can go on one. Okay. Let's parse through this real fast. Oh, it's 2 years after you do it. I'm stupid. Duh. Cockatrices. Worms are not, they're uncommon, but, you know, they're there. Hunting a worm would be sick. That would definitely tickle me if we could get one. Spirit oozes. No holdings. This one would probably be a good spot. Yeah. A forest spriggan, woodwoad, spirits, forest trolls, all kinds of crazy shit. Let's go here. This looks like it could be a good place for us. Oh. Okay, so now there's a different, I don't remember seeing this before. Search for aberrations. Search for beasts. Dragonkin. Oh, right. Okay, let me just double check again. What kind of beasts were there here? So let's do that one more time. That's cool that you can customize it. Where was it? This was it. Okay, so what kind of worms, spirits, reptiles, humanoids? Humanoids could be cool. Elementals, maybe? That might help us find bird, bestial, sectoid, aquatic, truly monstrous monsters. I feel like we're ready for a truly monstrous monster just to see what happens. I'm curious, if anything. Let's find out. Oh, well, there we go. Hell yeah. She feels better. Now that we're going to go hunt a truly monstrous monster. We've climbed atop a jagged outcropping that overlooks the Keprian Basin and breathe in the crisp, cool air. It's near impossible to not feel relaxed looking out into the swaying forests and fields as a gentle breeze gusts past. The green in the leaves and the blue in the water seem sharper than I've seen before, and the fauna more at peace. Scattered farms and settlements stick out across the basin like minor landmarks. And we set out on our hunt with excitement fresh in our hearts. I wonder what we're going to hunt. This person will definitely allow me to hunt. Ichor? So it's ooze. We're hunting an ooze. Which we missed the first time, so maybe we'll get this one. Alright, we've killed it. We stabbed it with a spear. The ooze is dead. And the other ooze. So I'm assuming the trinket is ooze. I will keep the ooze in a bag. Nice. Sick. Got some ooze. I still want to try and get something like truly crazy. Because ooze is fine, but I want to hunt like, I don't know, a worm or something. He's strong as hell. I got the perfect job for you, my guy. You're a hunter? Get in here. Join the ranks. They're being haunted by rats over here. Ancient ruins. Let's take a look around. Found 110 gold. Love to see it. A new enrichment life perk. I do like that there's this enrichment tree. That's really cool. I think trophy hunter seems to be the best one for us. Like, based off of what we are. I guess if you were just like a hunter in your own area, that would make the most sense, but dang, that is some quick progress. Just flying through it. I'm assuming we're at max rank. Actually, we almost have max rank in both of them. 44 gold, long path ahead of us. We'll come back and we'll slay pests here. Biozones. It looks like this is all the same. Shivali is just its own biozone. And if I'm not mistaken, let's check the bestiary once more. Shivali has stag boar, a seal name, porcupine, giant spiders, lynx, wolves, royal falcon, griffin, forest troll, dire griffin, paluda, and tarkosk. And then this is also something different, I want to say. This is the Granmere Moor. And they have pretty much the same thing, but they also have something called a devouring brittle star, a sea scorpion, and a swamp leviathan, all of which sound really sick. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to do like one more hunt over here, and then I'll head up north to Shivali, just to see if we can't find something cool up there. I wouldn't mind doing a hunt criminals, just because we hunt things anyway. We're hunters, right? Might as well hunt a person for once. And we'll just have at thee because this person is an absolute loser. And there they go. Bye-bye. With a little money in hand, good job. Constructed a new pavilion, which means we can construct a second building. And I think we should honestly do... Let's do a baggage train. See what kind of stuff we can get with that. All right, we can go on another hunt. Cheap. And I think, let's try to see what's up here. Okay, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Cockatrices are rare. Not entirely rare. Got a lot of spriggans, all kinds of stuff. Oozes are really common. I'd rather find like a beast. So let's see if we can't go... Yeah, I'll see if we can't go here and hunt for something like bestial. So we're gonna head up there, and then after this we'll try to go up to Shivali, see if we can't find a little bit more. And you know what? I've enjoyed this. I think that I'm just mostly grateful that it's back. I missed the monster hunting a lot. It seems to be a lot less dangerous than it used to be, but which is a good thing because I feel like before you would just die immediately every time you try to do this. So at least now it's possible. We've made camp along a sloped hillside deep amongst the dreaming hills. The hills, rocky cliffs, and thick lines of trees surrounding us bring out a surprising calmness, as if the wilderness around us truly does slumber. We plan to head further into the forest at first light, though the last village told us of a nearby hot spring, and it would not surprise me if the others want to make a detour for the relaxation. Though we shouldn't linger for long, or we might lose track of our quarry. We are seeking a wood woad, and they are apparently harmless, and they're mediocre. Yeah, I mean, we'll hunt something. I got wounded by the wood woad. And I'm keeping a memento from it, which is a toe, perhaps. The toe of a woodwoad. I'm not sure if that's actually what it is, but we've hunted at least an ooze and a woodwoad. I would really love to get something a little more rare than that. And now I can get proficient trackers so that we can get a huntsman, which should make our hunts a little more successful. And I'm also going to move to Shivali from here. And if I want to, I can always get rid of... I'm going to go to... Pettigus Red, I think. And it's going to only cost us 738 provisions. It's nothing. Let's head up north. We're leaving from a race pole, and we're going up to Pettigus Red, to Shivali, one of my favorite regions in the game, where there's a lot of interesting things to hunt. So hopefully we can really find something good here. All right, I think we're about to land in Pettigus Red. Or Pettigus Ready. There's a ton of stuff here, so I'm not going to read it all. We got Slay Pests. About to get hunters, so our next hunt will at least have those. Maybe I'll do 2 more. I'll do this one and then another one. Do any one of these guys would be apparently a great huntsman, which is really interesting to me. You can do it. Nobody's a good physician. I swear nobody knows how to do any healing. This guy better not die and cancel my contract. Gotta live just long enough for me to finish this. I killed the rats, which is probably what gave you the plague. We got ooze, giant spiders. Nothing crazy in there. Nobody, hold on. Nobody wants me to participate in their hunts. What if I just gave one of them something? I could gift them this ooze, and I could gift you this. Will you let me hunt in your land now? He'll let me hunt in his land, so that's good. Gotta have over 50 for them to let you. Forest troll, a griffin! That could be cool. Truly monstrous, that's what we want. Let's see if we can't get a griffin. That could be sick. Getting a martial perk? Really? Stalwart leader. Give me those extra prowess points. The wilds of Shivali have a magical charm to them. I have to say again, I love this addition to this, where there's like different text for each area. It's really brilliant touch. Despite the region's history, rolling pastures fade away into the dense forests and rocky mountain ranges that dominate the land's interiors. Mountains stand guard to Chivali's north, where some say the closer you get to the lichdoms, the more the rain sours. The forests reach high into the sky, their evergreen leaves and needles covering lichen that creeps across the forest floor. The dense, uniform tree trunks make it near impossible to find your way through without the mountains peeking up above the canopies. Travel can be difficult, even treacherous for those unprepared. The closer to the coast you journey, the forest will brighten as the topsoil becomes covered in dense shrubbery and layers of plant life. The trees grow deep and wide. The farther into the hills and mountains you climb, the more dangerous the trek will be, as the most ferocious of Chivali's creatures call them home. Steep fjords carved by the eons stand tall above the western coasts, while murky bogs dot the forest towards the east, shrouded in mist. These forests are a wonder to any huntsman worth his salt, but do not drop your guard. Despite its beauty, these woods are not for the weak. He'll surely let me do it. Oh, here we go. Several teams of adventurers and well-paid slayers have organized a trek and helped corner our foe and have already begun arming themselves for a plethora of possible threats. The last thing we want is for the Griffin to strike us unaware and shred us to pieces before we know what happened. Let's get out there. This is treacherous, and this is a glorious one. This would be the perfect thing to end this on, if we can actually get it. We left our mounts a good distance away, safely under the guard of some of my companions, both to protect them from mortal thieves, as well as the threat of the airborne hunter which we seek. As we approach the lair of the Griffin, we make sure to spread out, keeping one another within our sight and looking up to the skies in case of ambush. My heart beats faster, and my face is set with grim determination, eyes darting from point to point. After what feels like an eternity, we finally mount the summit, finding the nest of the beast, but seeing no trace of it. We stand, unsure of how to proceed, until we are shaken by a piercing cry from above our heads. Wheeling around, we can see the monster preparing to dive with death in its eyes. Together, as one! A shadow passes overhead, and I look up just in time to see the Griffin circling, its wings blotting out the sun. A piercing cry echoes through the air as it prepares to dive. Spears ready and forward. 18% chance that I could die. Oh, wow. We stabbed it as it swooped down and landed upon my spear. Slain. The beast is no more. And we have successfully taken the, I would assume the head of the Griffin is what this would be. It's a terrible artifact. It's a trinket. But we've done it. We did it. I'm going to keep the memento, and I feel really good about this. That is the perfect thing to end this on. I love that we just killed this Griffin. And I think, honestly, they're like, if I'm not mistaken, there are models for Griffins. I just don't know how you see them. And unfortunately, I just looked. There are no Griffins on the map right now, unless this is broken. But there are Griffins. You can see them. They do exist. I know that if you unite Chivali, you can see one. But this was a lot of fun. I enjoyed this quite a bit. I'm glad that hunting is back, and I'm glad that you can actually have like tangible rewards from it. Although I think this trinket is a little bit light for, considering the fact I killed a Griffin. But what are you gonna do? But that is gonna be it for me. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm very much looking forward to trying out other aspects of this update. So if you enjoyed this and you want to see me do more, like play as landed characters or do something else, just let me know in a comment. As always, I want to thank my channel members for their continued support. And of course, I also want to thank the Godherja team before I continue to my Paladin tier members. You guys are awesome. You're always very supportive and very helpful to me when I'm confused. And especially, again, that one guy in BlueDiablo18, you guys did a lot for me as we were getting ready to make this video. I didn't get it out in the time that I wanted to, but at least it's out, not too long after the release. So hopefully you guys liked it as well. But as always, I want to thank my Paladin tier members. Those are Dwayne the Rock Lobster, Zora, Luigi, Dunyal, Valadar, Lackland, Grazo, Candriff, Shadow King, Dracona, and Titus. You guys are awesome. If you'd like to become a channel member, or if you've ever considered becoming a channel member, you can do so through the membership tab. Knights and above get videos 2 to 3 days early. I've been making a lot of videos this weekend, so if I sound like I can't speak, it's because I think this is the 6th video I've recorded. I'm just trying to knock these out and get them to you guys in a timely manner so that I can also do other shit. But thank you as always for watching. I'm Soul. This has been another Godherja video, and I will happily see you in the next one.